Hello everyone, it is Sunday, January 10th, and we're going to be casting a 1 versus 1 on the StarCraft ladder, and I'm kind of excited about this because I've been hearing a lot about our Zerg player who we'll get to in just a minute, but for right now, spawning in the top left-hand side of Prion Terrace is Para-OP's Phobia. I don't really know much about Phobia. I have seen the Para-OP team around, but I couldn't really find much information about him or the team, unfortunately. But taking a look at the bottom right-hand side of Prion Terrace, this is going to be the light blue Zerg player, Neuro. And he's on the team Exile 5, who you've probably heard about from players like Pig and King Kong. A lot of good Zerg players on there, and Neuro is pretty good himself. He's been he's been pretty active in the community lately, and I'm kind of excited to see one of his games here. So he's sending a drone out to scout. I'm not sure what this is from, but because of the colors, I'm guessing that this was not a ladder match. Unless my color scheme is just all funky. And this drone doing a little bit of harassment there. I had to check. I thought I had left the health bars the way that I like to play with them, but I did not. So I usually leave them always on, but in this case they're on only when damaged because it makes it a little bit better for the viewing experience, I think. We have a spawning pool going down there. He's only going for one hatch. He's taken actually in his base. He's not going for anything super greedy, trying to take the gold. And he will let this gas finish, so stealing this gas, trying to limit the tech options that the Terran player has, which should allow him to get a little bit greedier, unless, although Marines are still pretty good, but he's not going to have to worry about Reapers as much. Like, not going to be a mass Reaper, of course. This Reaper is going to head out now. And they are pretty tough to deal with. You need queens, really, multiple queens. The Zerglings are good for trying to zone them out and keep them away from your drones, but the Reapers with their, what I think it's K8 charges, are just so good. Oh, that's cool. It just draws a little circle for me. Won't tell me what the name of it is, but it will draw the circle. But yeah, the K8 charges, I think is what they're called, are extremely good at keeping the Zerglings away and not allowing us around, even after the Zerglings have speed. They do have speed on the way. They've got this Queen about to pop down here in the natural, and the Zergling's just trying to stay alive for now, and the Reaper's going to jump up into the main, continue his harass. You can see that the Terran player is getting a factory behind this, so he's going to tech up, and that's a really fun way to play Terran. That, oh, almost catches him with the drone, and is going to get him. Oh, that Zergling does get the last shot off there, so he's able to finish him off. And this Marine trying to clean up this extractor, so he's going to see the factory. He's going to see that the factory is switching places with this barracks and getting a reactor on there, so we're most likely going to see a lot of Hellions following this up, because the Hellions deal really well with the Zerglings. In response, we see the Zerg player getting a Roach Warren, which deals really well with pretty much all the, deals well with Reapers, deals well with Hellions. What it doesn't deal so well with are Liberators, Banshees, and they can deal okay with drops. They obviously can't kill the dropship. But really, the way that Terran has been, one way to play Terran lately is just to chain your harassment. So they're going to go, you open up with Reapers, then you follow up with Hellions, and then by the time they fend off the Hellions, you should be heading over there with your Liberators, or you're doing drops or Widow Mines or something like that. But you just basically always keep the Zerg player defending, and that allows you to tech up. And if you can keep your units alive that you're harassing with, all the better, because you can throw them back into your army. The Hellions are still going to do well combined with your army. Awesome. I knew I was going to get a phone call, and I was going to silence my phone, and I didn't. But it's all the way across the room, so we're just going to get a nice little song playing for us. God, that's the most annoying ringtone in the world. It's actually my girlfriend's phone, but she left it here. And so we see Ravagers coming out, so the Ravagers will help deal with pretty much everything. It's really like the central focus unit that you want to have as a Zerg player right now in this game. But as I was saying, so the Terran players are going to want to chain their harassments, and then if you get them back in the army, the Hellions do well in the army still. The Reapers can do some cool things with their K8 charges. They're not super great as a member of the army, though. But let's say Liberators are awesome at zoning any time in the game, so if you can harass with them and then keep them alive, it's great. The Zerg player going to put on a little bit of pressure here. He's got some Ravagers out. He's just going to poke up this ramp a little bit there, and he can't get around the Hellions. The Hellions are in a nice position, but they do have to back off once the Ravagers get to the top of the ramp, and the Zergling's going to try to chase the Hellions up the ramp. And the Hellions are really wanting the Zerglings to line up like that. Oh, and he gets to ramp up just in time, and the Ravager is going to see what they can do. He's going to try to get this supply depot down. Is he going to end it right here? He's broken the front, pushing into the Terran's main. The Zerglings are going to work, and I just don't see what Terran player has to deal with this. He's got 2 Hellions that he's trying to make work. We've got a Liberator on the way, which I just don't think that's going to be enough either. That's 2 Liberators. They can zone, but all you have to do as Zerg players move out of the way, and when you've got the entire base belonging to you, you can move wherever the heck you want. He does take the reactor out, so that's going to slow down the Liberator production. The Liberator will finish, but he's going to have a lot of work to do ahead of him here. And the Ravagers deal so well with Liberators too when they can get around them like that. He baits out a couple of, what do you call them, bile charge things. Corrosive bile. And Phobia's just going to tap out right there. Extremely short game. Nice push from Neuro there. Fended off the harassment really well. Just 2 base. Ravager pretty much all in. Looking at the income, yeah, he was only 18 workers, so really all in. I guess it was on the Terran player to identify that, and I can't blame him. I got to spectate the whole thing, and I didn't see the all in coming, so good job, Neuro.